On the 115th episode of the HatTrick Sports Podcast, we have some MLB news and updates. We will be doing our Week 1 NFL pickups. We have some players inducted into the NBA Hall of Fame. We're going to be ranking the top 5 oldest college football players of all time. And ending it off with some Hall of Fame, yay or nay. Make sure you use code HatTrick Sports when checking out at w.gg for 10% off your order. Roll it! Welcome to HatTrick Sports, starring your host, Isaiah Carpenter. Bringing you the biggest sports headlines every week. This is the HatTrick Sports Podcast. We are here filming episode 115, and we are an hour and a half before kickoff of the first week of the NFL. But forget all of that. This podcast was almost not filmed because of how upset I am with the Dodgers. So if you guys don't know, I am a massive Dodgers fan, and I was thinking about, hey, I knew I had to film kind of early because the football game's coming on later, and then last night the Dodgers had probably the most devastating loss of the season. So we are going to unfortunately talk about that. Let's talk about the Dodgers, and I don't even know where to start with this. I made a TikTok on it last night. It's still up on our TikTok. It's just frustrating. The Dodgers are at a very frustrating state of the season right now. And mic check. Oh, this is what I need. Mic check. The Dodgers, they lost against the Orioles when they threw a no-hitter through 8 2/3 innings. All they needed is one out. They were up by 3 runs, and they somehow lost. So Yoshinobu Yamamoto, 26 outs, 26 outs without giving up a hit. He gave up 2 walks in the 3rd inning. One of them resulted in a double play. So he only had one batter that he didn't have to face to get that perfect game. Unbelievable. So what he does in the 9th inning is he strikes out. He strikes out the 8-hole, the 9-hole pops out to center field, and then the 8-hole strikes out, the 9-hole pops out to center field, and then you have the 1-up. That is Jackson Holliday, who's actually pretty good. He's batting leadoff for the Orioles. And what he does is he hits a high fly ball into right field, very shallow behind the fence. Andy Paez plays it like it's a double play. Unbelievable. Andy Paez, first of all, Andy Paez has to try to at least make the play. If you don't make the play, whatever. If he gets a double or triple, you guys are still up by 3 runs. You have to, first, you got to save the no-hitter. Second, you just got to save the no-hitter. You got to at least attempt it. So that's the first guy I'm mad about. The first guy I'm mad about is Andy Paez. Second guy I'm mad about. Okay, so Yamamoto gives up the no-hitter. He's at 110 pitches or whatever. Doc comes, takes him out. Trenton comes in. All right, Blake Trenton, all you got to do is get 1 out. You have had the 26 outs. You just need 1 out without giving up 3 or more runs. What does he do? No, he loads the bases up and then walks in a run. He walks in a run after there was a no-hitter. And then, and that's a tie game. Then it's a tie game, and Tanner Scott comes in. Tanner Scott, what does he do? He's useless. He just gives up the walk-off. And the Dodgers lose. The Dodgers lost a game where they were no-hitting up until 8 2/3 inning. Until the last out. They never got the final out. They had 26 outs without a hit, and then gave up 4 runs. Not even 4 hits. 4 runs, and blew the game. Didn't even get the last out. And that was their 5th straight loss. They have lost 7 of their last 8 games. They got swept by the Pirates. They played the Diamondbacks. The one game that they did win in the 7 of 8, when they've lost 7 of 8 games. That one game that they won was against the Diamondbacks. They won 5-4, barely even a win. Absolutely horrible. The Dodgers, the bats are finally starting to come around. I'm pretty sure they had 10 hits that night. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm not mad about the Jackson Holliday home run. It happened to Alex Cobb literally like almost exactly 2 years ago. Alex Cobb, he gave up a hit after 26 outs. Unbelievable. Or maybe that was a perfect game. I forget if it was a perfect game or no-hitter that Alex Cobb was throwing 2 years ago. But it happens. All right, so what? You give up a hit, whatever. Doc comes in, the relievers. I wore a shirt yesterday. We have a shirt on shophattricksports.com where you can get it now using code FIRST25 for 25% off. We have a shirt that says Bullpens Win Games with the Dodgers logo on it. And it's like, No, it's like bullpens blow games. New shirt, bullpens blow games. The Dodgers, we are less than a month away from the playoffs. Luckily, the Padres are just as bad as us right now. We are a month away from the playoffs, and we have lost 7 of our last 8 games, blowing games that are hand-me's. They handed you the game. All you had to do was make 1 out. 1 out. Your job is to make outs, and you just had to make 1 without giving up 3 or more runs with nobody on. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You blow a 3-run lead with 2 outs in the 9th inning. 5-game losing streak. Unbelievable. The Dodgers are absolutely horrible. It's horrible. Horrible. The Dodgers are horrible right now. They got to turn it around. You got to do something. Put Trenton in the corner, have him sit in timeout. Send him down. I don't care what you have to do. I get it. No, what's more impressive out of all of this is that the third-string catcher was catching. Not sure he didn't have a great game, but he was still part of that no-hitter up until the final out. Not even out. I keep saying the final out. There was no final out. The final out, there was no hits up until the final out. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, but let's move on to more MLB news. I am proud to announce the Karen of the Year award handed to this Phillies fan. So what happened is Harrison Bader hit a home run into left field in the Marlins Lone Depot Park, and there was like 4 people trying to grab it. This dad ends up grabbing it, giving it to his son. This lady comes over, all like, I'll pop a video up. This lady comes over and is like yelling at the dad, like, "You took it out of my hands." There was a little behind the scenes. There was another viewpoint from a couple rows up that you could kind of hear the audio. She's like, "You took the ball from me. It was in my hand. You took it from my hand." It was the kid's birthday. It was like this 10-year-old kid's birthday. The dad got him a ball. It's a home run. It's a baseball. I mean, there are dozens of home runs hit every single day in the MLB, and it's not going to be worth anything. Let's be honest. It's not going to be worth anything. The baseball's not going to be worth anything. There's dozens of home runs hit every day. This lady comes up, takes the ball. The dad's like, "Hey, fine, whatever." Takes the ball. I'll talk more about this lady. So what the Marlins do, obviously these are Phillies fans. What the Marlins do is they give them some swag and some merch and stuff. And then after the game, Harrison Bader gives the family a whole bunch of signed balls. They get to meet each other, signed bat. Really cool. Class act from Harrison Bader. But what's the most funny the funniest thing out of this whole situation is that lady that made the big deal out of it, caught it on camera on multiple angles, is apparently, now this is through grapevine and I don't know how accurate this is, but apparently a school administrator up in New Jersey. And when kids found out about this, because obviously this went viral across all sports platforms, all sorts of social media and stuff, this went completely viral. The kids from the school that she works at flooded her Facebook of not like hate threats and stuff, like hates and stuff, like, "Hey, why'd you take it from this kid? Why'd you make a big deal about it?" Whatever. And she got fired. Now, that's through a grapevine. I don't know how accurate that is, but that is what I've been told. It is crazy. That is what people are like, "Oh, social media is so out of touch. I hate social media." That is one thing I like about social media. If you do the wrong thing, you're going to pay for it. And if you do the right thing, hey, you're going to get praised for it. That's one good thing about social media. She got fired from her job because she works with kids and stuff, and she was getting a whole bunch of hate because she should. It's a kid's ball. Let the kid. Now, sure, I'm assuming that she was going to give it to a kid because I don't think you would make that big of a deal. It's a baseball, though. I get it. It's a home run baseball. It's cool and all. It's not worth anything. A Harrison Bader home run, like a random home run on a Thursday night, it's not going to be worth anything. She made it. She deserves that. Like, I'm glad she got the hate she deserves. And just the look says it all. I mean, everybody's been talking about it. Just the way she looks, you could tell that she acts like how she did. And the kid had an amazing birthday. He got to meet Harrison Bader. He got his 10 seconds of fame. The Marlins gave him a whole bunch of stuff. Sure, he didn't. I didn't even know that. 1 second. We're pausing right there. From our 100th episode, this is episode 115, there's still confetti in the chair. I didn't even know that was there. I was like, what is that? But yeah, It's wild. Like, it's just wild that she made that big of a deal over nothing, over a home run ball. It's a kid's birthday. Like, let the kid have it. It's not like the guy took it for himself. Like, it was for a kid. Like, relax, lady. But yeah, let's go over MLB standings. MLB standings. We are about 20 games, probably a little less than 20 games away from the end of the season. And the team with the most wins is the Brewers. They have 88 wins. They may get 100 wins. And other than the Brewers, there is not going to be another team that gets 100 wins. Last season, no team got 100 wins. This season, there might be one. That is wild to me. But the Brewers do have 88 wins. They have 19 games left, so they have to win 12 of their next 19 games. But let's start off with the NL East. The Phillies are 7 games ahead of the Mets. Phillies are very good, 83 wins. They are only one of like 2 or 4 teams with 80 or more wins right now. Phillies are good. I think they're going to make a deep playoff run again without Zach Wheeler. We'll see how far they'll go, but We'll see. In the NL Central, you have the Brewers. They are 6.5 games. Again, they've kind of locked in that division. They are the best team in the league right now. 88 and 55. The Cubs are really good this season. They're really good this season, but they just got to compete with the Brewers. And then you have the Reds, Cardinals, and then the Pirates. Obviously, a lost cause right now. 24 games back. I'm pretty sure they're officially eliminated, right? Maybe not. I think there has to be 12 games because you divide it by 2. Lost, win. Yeah. In the NL West, you have the Dodgers. They are struggling. I went over this. I went on a 5-minute rant just a few minutes ago. The Dodgers are struggling. They are a game ahead of the Padres. The Padres are struggling too. Right now, the Dodgers are in the playoffs. The Padres, I think, are in the wild card, the last spot in the wild card, if I'm not mistaken. Dodgers need to lock in. Padres need to lock in. The Giants are trying to catch up. They're not going to. They might be able to make a wild card spot. I don't think they will. And same with the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks and Giants are actually going to be a pretty good rivalry these next 3 weeks. And then the Rockies, officially eliminated. They have 40 wins. They are 102. I believe the over-under at the All-Star break was set at 44.5 games. And I think they have 20 games left. So we'll see. It's going to be close. It's actually going to be close. They might win 45 games. The Rockies just suck this season. They are absolutely horrible. Let's move on to the AL. In the AL, you have the AL East. The Blue Jays, 3 games ahead of the Yankees. The Yankees are doing their thing. They're winning. They're winning more and more. They have this tough next few series. They're in the middle of a tough few series. And they're doing good with it, though. They're 3 games behind the Blue Jays. I believe they play the Blue Jays either this week. I'm pretty sure they play them later this week. So the Blue Jays, I think, are going to make the playoffs, and the Yankees as well. The Red Sox are going to be interesting if they make the playoffs or not. I think they are in the wild card, but again, one of the last spots in the AL. The Rays, lost cause, so are the Orioles. Even though the Orioles are about to sweep the Dodgers somehow. After getting no hit through 8 2/3, the Orioles might sweep the Dodgers. Unbelievable. In the AL Central, you have the Tigers 8.5 games ahead of the Royals. Tigers are locked and loaded. Not officially, but they are locked. They are in. The Guardians 10 games back. The Guardians might try to catch up with the Royals. I didn't realize how good the Royals were. You mean they're kind of a nobody if you really think about it. Like, when was the last time you just sat down and watched a Royals game just because? Like, if there's nothing else on, sure, but just the Royals. The whole AL Central, actually, is just a nobody. It's just a nobody. I no disrespect to the AL Central, but the division's just a nobody, besides the Tigers. The Tigers are pretty good because they were horrible a few years ago. But, the White Sox. The White Sox, 54 and 89. I can't remember the last time I heard somebody talk about the White Sox. Because people talk about the Rockies because how bad they are. The White Sox are bad. They're 54 and 89, but they're not as bad as the Rockies, so they're not talked about as much as the Rockies. But they're not good, obviously. They're 28 games behind the Tigers. And then in the AL West, you have the Astros 3.5 games above the Mariners. They're both going to make it. Then you have the Rangers, who are really going to have to push these next 3 weeks if they want a spot. And the Angels and Athletics. The Athletics, same thing as the White Sox. They just suck. Let's look at the playoff picture. We're going to take a look at the MLB playoff picture right now. Yeah, this is perfect. In the NL, obviously the Brewers, Phillies, and Dodgers are the NL leaders right now. And then in the wild card, you have the Cubs, Padres, and Mets. The Mets are just in there. They have to try to stay awake. Like, they just have to stay up these next 3 weeks. They have to push these next 3 weeks. The Padres are only a game into the wild card. So, again, if the Giants are 4 games back from the wild card. No. The Mets are, yeah, okay. So yeah, right now it's Brewers, Phillies, Dodgers, Cubs, Padres, Mets for the NL. For the AL, you have the Blue Jays, Tigers, and Astros as the AL leaders, and then you have the Yankees, Red Sox, and Mariners. Again, I think that the Rangers are going to try to make a push for it. Same with the Royals. I didn't even realize that the Royals weren't in the wild card right now. But the Mariners, I want to see Cal Raleigh in the playoffs. I want to see how far he can go. The Mariners might be able to go far. Again, I feel like the Mariners could beat the Blue Jays, believe it or not. I think that the Mariners could beat the Astros. I think that the Mariners could beat the Red Sox. I think that the Yankees and Tigers are really the only 2 teams that the Mariners would really, really have to worry about if they made the playoffs. And that's if they're lucky. I mean, I'm being very, very towards the Mariners in that situation. All right. Hey, it is the first week of the NFL season, which means for you guys that are new, I do pick'ems every single week, not the Thursday games or the Friday or Saturday games if they're on the podcast. Sunday mornings, I tell you my pick'ems, and then I'll make a TikTok on it with the results. It'll literally just be me picking them, and it'll be right or wrong, and you'll see how it goes for you new guys. But it's fun. I can't wait. What do you guys think my overall record will be at the end of the season? This is week 1. We have, 14 games I will be picking today. All right, let's start it off with the Dolphins and Colts. Give me the Colts. You have the Steelers and Jets. I think that the Jets will, or not the Jets. I think that the Steelers will win. You have the Panthers and Jags. The Jags are the better cat. Give me the Jaguars. You have the Cardinals and Saints. The Cardinals are going to be not incredibly good this season, but pretty good. Better than the Saints, so give me the Cardinals, even though it is being played in New Orleans. You have the Giants and Commanders. I had this in my Survivor League. Give me the Commanders. The Giants are going 0-17. You have the Bucks and Falcons. Give me the Bucks. You have the Bengals and Browns. Give me the Bengals. A little division matchup right there. You have the Raiders and Patriots. As much as I hate the Patriots right now, and Pete Carroll and Geno Smith and all of them, I do think that the Raiders will beat the Patriots. So give me the Raiders. You have the 49ers and Seahawks, a little NFC West matchup. I went back and forth. Literally on my paper, I have it scratched out 4 times. Christian McCaffrey is playing for the 49ers. The Seahawks is a whole new team. You have Cooper Kupp. You have Cooper Kupp and Sam Darnold right now for the Seahawks. We just signed a few guys. I think the Seahawks are going to be good, but I think for week 1, I think Christian McCaffrey, division matchup, give me the 49ers. You have the Titans and Broncos. Give me the Broncos by 1,000,000. I mean, Broncos should destroy the Titans. You have the Lions and Packers. Give me the Lions. Texans and Rams. As much as I hate the Rams and I really want to beat them this season, give me the Rams. You have the Ravens and Bills. The last 2 seasons, I have been high on the Bills, but guess what? I'm still high on the Bills. They're going to go far this year. Give me the Bills. And then for Monday Night Football, you have the Vikings and Bears. The Vikings were great last season, so why not be great again? Give me the Vikings. Those are your week 1 NFL pick'ems. Come back next week. Hey, comment below comment below what you think my overall record will be at the end of the season. You have it week 1. Let's see it. All right, beautiful. I missed that. Slight NCAA news right now. We're gonna go over just a little bit of college football news. Just Florida teams. You know what? I'm from Florida. We're gonna talk about Florida teams. The Seminoles. Oh, one second. Let me pull everything up first. I didn't pull it up. I just wanted to talk about it. So the Florida State was playing East Texas A&M last week, and they absolutely stomped on East Texas A&M. The final score, what was the final score? 70, what was it? 1 second. Let me pull it up. Yeah, the final score was 77-3. The only reason why East Texas A&M scored 3 was because the third string QB fumbled, and then they kicked a field goal. East Texas A&M. Florida State, in their first 10 drives of the game, which went all the way into the fourth quarter, they scored a touchdown on every single drive, and then obviously the fumble. East Texas A&M kicked a field goal. But yeah, wild. Florida State was wild. They're gonna go. I don't know, because they played such an easy team, but again, they absolutely destroyed them. I mean, they scored 11 touchdowns. They scored 11. They got to go up. We'll see. What are these other? Yeah, Ohio State did the same. Ohio State can't even go up, though. Grambling State. Baylor beat. No, you got to look at guys under 14. Penn State destroyed FIU. Not as much as I thought. Georgia beat Austin Peay. Yeah, but I just wanted to give props to Florida State. I mean, they absolutely destroyed East Texas A&M, and I get it. They paid East Texas A&M. I get it. But, I mean, to score 10 touchdowns in 10 drives is just crazy into the fourth quarter. And then the other one, this was a major upset. USF beat Florida 18-16. Now, Florida paid USF $500,000 to pay them. The easy win. It's just an easy win. It's being played at Florida. It should be an easy win. We'll pay you we will pay you guys so we could beat you guys. We'll pay you for you guys to lose, stuff like that. Hey, yeah, no, they ended up the upset. I mean, Florida, I don't know how far down Florida's going to go, but it was wild. So USF, who was unranked, beat 24 Boise State last week and has now beat 13 Florida this week. Unbelievable. USF, maybe I hop on the bandwagon. Maybe I don't. We will see. But USF, they have that stadium coming in the next few years. They've been playing at the Buck Stadium. I mean, they might be legit. They might start actually getting some good guys. But it was just wild. I just had to show that wasn't on the schedule, but I just had to talk about those Florida teams, and just wild. All right, let's talk about some NFL signings. So let's start it off first with the wide receiver. Jameson Williams signs a 3-year, $83 million contract, worth up to $83 million. Let me say that again. The Lions wide receiver Jameson Williams reached a 3-year deal worth up to $83 million last week. That is a lot of money. It is an extension. And, they announced Sunday that they signed Williams through the 2029 season without disclosing terms. 1 second. Yeah, he was, he's 24. He's coming off of his first 1,000-yard receiving season and was entering the 4th year of his rookie contract. And that included a 5th-year option. So good for Jameson Williams. Another NFL signings. Titans signed safety Amani Hooker. They agreed to a 3-year, $48.6 million extension. I mean, we're just throwing money out, I guess. The Titans agreed to a contract extension with the safety. $29 million of that is total guaranteed. The safety was entering his final season of the 3-year, $33 million contract extension that he signed in 2022 with the Titans. He played over 96% of the defensive snaps last season. And then leading the Titans to career-high 5 interceptions and tying for the team lead with 9 pass breakups. So he deserves the money. He doubled to he didn't double, no, that was the other contract. He got a very hefty pay raise for that, and it's well-deserved. He is pretty good for the Titans. The Seahawks signed right tackle Abraham Lucas to a 3-year, $46 million extension. Yeah, he was a rookie in 2022. He looked really good in 2022. The Seahawks drafted him like the 3rd round or something. But he's only played 13 games over the last 2 seasons. He's had like the knee injuries and stuff, and he had to get surgery in January of last year. And it's just he said it was a long, painful process, but he's returning back to the field, getting 46 million bans, and with the Seahawks for another 3 years. So that is your NFL signings for the week. I'm sure we will see a few more later on. Let's move on to a little controversy in the NFL. Red Zone has announced that they are doing commercials. They are only doing 2 minutes of commercials a Sunday, and everybody's freaking out about it. So I believe Red Zone. I don't have Red Zone just because I don't know if you guys can see the setup, but I'll pop a picture up. You don't really need Red Zone. We get to watch all of the games, but it's a paid subscription, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it costs between $10 and $15 per month. So again, you do that times 4 weeks in the NFL. You have at most $60 a month to watch hundreds of games. No, not 100 games, 50 games. So I think that's pretty fair. You mean $1 a game. But they are now doing ads, and not a lot of people are happy about it. I don't think it's that big of a deal. They said that they won't completely cut out and there'll always be football on. It's just going to be that split screen that they did last year. I think people are taking way too much offense of it than they need to. I mean, it's commercial. It's a business. They need money. They need advertisements. I get it. You're paying for the subscription, but it's not that deep. It's not that big of a deal. They have to make money. It's only they said it's less than 2 minutes of commercials per Sunday. It's not that deep. All right. Now, let's move on to the top 5 oldest college football players of all time. I'm going to say that again. Let's move on to the top 5 oldest college football players of all time. So we have obviously seen 7th-year seniors, guys who are taking their COVID years, and then freshmen, and then whatever. We have seen guys take plenty of time in college because that is their career. For a lot of guys, college is their career. So let's move on to the top 5 oldest college football players of all time. At number 5, you have Monte Harrison. He was 29 years old, wide receiver for Arkansas. He used to play in the MLB wait 1 second. He played for the MLB in the second. He was drafted in the second round of the 2014 MLB draft by the Brewers. He played 10 professional seasons, but then once he was done with that, he played for the Marlins and the Angels. But then he went to college. He went to college and went to Arkansas and was a wide receiver. At number 4, you have Mark Crawford, 30 years old. All these other guys are going to be punters and kickers. He was a punter out of Minnesota, but 30 years old playing college football. Come on, man. He gets to a point. You're playing with guys that are 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. You're 30 years old. At number 3, making podium, you have Hugh Robertson, 31 years old, played for Illinois, was a punter. I believe he is he still playing? I don't know if he's still playing or not. He's from Australia, and he is the 3rd oldest NCAA college football player and was a key part of Illinois' special teams. He was a punter. At number 2, you have Jordan Noyes. Noyes? I don't know. I've never heard of this guy before. He's 32 years old, playing at Colorado State, was a kicker. He was from England, grew up playing football, soccer, rugby, and gymnastics. He started his college football career kicking for Utah before transferring to Colorado State as a graduate student in 2023. He was 32 years old. He kicked a 58-yard field goal, the longest of his career, against San Jose State. He's also 14 for 14 in PATs, and he's married with 3 kids, playing college football at 32 years old. Congratulations. And then the number 1, the oldest college football player of all time is Luke Larson, 32 years old. He played for East Carolina University. He was a punter. It's pouring down rain. That scared me. I didn't know it was raining. Dude, it is pouring. He is supposedly, now, obviously, it's not official because I guess we don't have all of the ages. I guess we don't check for a birth certificate, but it said he is believed to be the oldest NCAA Division I player in 2024. He still has 2 years of eligibility remaining, so he could be 34 years old. Again, from Australia. He is his 5th season with the Pirates and then enrolled at ECU. These guys are old, still playing college football. All right, let's move on to NBA Hall of Fame inductees. So there were a whole bunch of guys and girls inducted into the Hall of Fame. You have Carmelo Anthony, Dwight Howard, Maya Moore, and a whole bunch more were inducted into the NBA and WNBA Hall of Fame on Saturday. He combined. Together, they were part of 11 WNBA or NBA championship teams, captured 15 Olympic gold medals, made 37 All-NBA or All-WNBA appearances, and were named as All-Stars 45 times in their careers. These guys consisted of... I had all of the names right here. I can't find them all, but all of the players from the 2008 team members were in attendance, except for obviously Kobe Bryant, unfortunately. But during this Hall of Fame, Carmelo Anthony was obviously the big guy in this inductation. I don't know what that is. All right, but that is going to do it for the 115th episode of the HatTrick Sports Podcast. Make sure you follow on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, anywhere you can find us. Shop HatTrickSports.com. Use code FIRST25 for 25% off your order. You can listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, your Amazon Alexa, YouTube for all the visuals, and we will see you guys next week for episode 116.